As individuals, we are strong, but as a community, we are powerful.
Tell me what you need, and I'll do what I can.
Who are we? MSI. Who are we? MSI. Who are we? MSI. 3, 2, 1.
What's up, amigos? My name is Alan Ruelas. Today is a beautiful day. We have a guest by the name of
CHRISTOPHER Quinonez.
And most definitely, this is episode 2 of Get Going with MSI. And if you do not already know, well, we're going to get rolling with some valuable stories. And this is a valuable story. So with that being said, Chris, ¿cómo estás? How are you doing today? Because I love to ask those questions anytime I have someone in front of me.
I'm doing good. Woke up pretty healthy, productive. It's a good day outside. Yeah, how about you?
I'm doing well, I will say. That's an interesting question. I literally woke up at 3 in the morning and my stomach was upset and I muscled through, meaning I'm here, present today because I want to be here. So to answer your question, I'm doing good. I could be doing better, but hey, you got to always grind. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So I'm happy to be here with you is what I'm trying to say. So how are you really doing?
I'm getting there, my last year. You know, getting ready for the next semester coming up. Some challenges, new things I took on. I'm going to be a new TA. I'm going to be also researching under math course.
Well, let me ask you. So you're here for one more year. Are you feeling motivated? How are you feeling regarding like your classes and stuff?
I'm feeling determined and motivated and nervous and disciplined, trying to be at least.
Yeah.
I'm ready for what the next semester has. You know, technically taking classes that I never thought I would take. Switching majors all the time. So didn't realize it's going to be into cinema and television arts as a major and a math minor.
Yeah.
So
well, that's an interesting combination. You're gonna make big bucks, I will say. Talk to me about that cinema. What is it that you find passions regarding, like, for instance, films, or walk to us through a day where you're basically in a class. What does that look like for you?
So depending on the class, so the CEPOC-Fulleron actually provides classes that talk about different subjects, different concentrations, critical studies in cinema and television, production, and script writing. I've kind of been taking a little bit of all of them. You know, story structure, it basically tells you how to write a script and, you know, treatment and things like that. Where production, took production 1, it was one of the most time-consuming, craziest classes I've taken, but it got me to see how the field is in the sense of being on set. So different lighting, recording, things like that.
I remember we talked about this the other time. We were talking about this and the idea of collaborating in the future and what that looks like, because let me tell you something. When you have a brother who makes it, you know what I mean? That's always the best feeling in the world. And I always told brothers this before, and I said it to you earlier, the sun shines for everybody. And the idea here is that if you make it, well, good for you, you know what I mean? What's your idea of a dream job?
My dream job, I would say, will for sure be in the film and television industry. I've kind of touched upon saw different opportunities, much more than going into the major. Once I got into the major in different classes, it exposed me to different positions and different responsibilities, and definitely changed my path as to what I thought I wanted to get into. For the most part, I thought I wanted to get into a production set, being behind the camera. I kind of like the production development, behind the scenes, kind of making sure the concepts flow right with things like that. It interests me. I've only been interested in film. I always watched television, but I was only interested in film. Up until I've taken these television classes, and I've kind of had more leniency towards television. So, yeah, my passion started since I was a kid. I was always a homebody, so it was either movies, television, or video games. So I was a homebody. My brothers were always outside, things like that. It was kind of a gateway just to
focus on you.
Get out of reality type of stuff. Kind of make your own reality. And then as a kid, I just watched it as entertainment and enjoyed it. But later on, I grown to appreciate it as an art because, I took an AP art history class in high school, and it made me appreciate art much more than I thought I did. And this is just one type of medium as for film and, cinematography and things like that. So, yeah.
So let's talk about something that I know that you're very passionate as well. Motivation. Motivation, what gets you going through the day? Like, for instance, I've said this before, and I think it's super crucial to know. When you're having those days where you're like, damn, I have to complete this assignment, I'm not feeling it, or I'm just feeling some type of way, what is a power quote, or what's something that you listen to that gets you ready?
That's a good question. Motivation, I don't believe too much in motivation only. I believe in discipline. Because motivation is temporary.
All right, forget motivation. What do you do for discipline?
You can feel motivated for one day, but if you're disciplined every day, you're getting stuff done regardless. So it's I kind of tie that to consistency, as well as one thing. A real perfect analogy would be working out. If you work out once a week, and then you let go of it next week, But if you work out consistently 3 or 4 days, you'll get to see the results, and they'll still be there. Even, there's days where you don't feel motivated to go to the gym, but you have to.
Yesterday,
I heard something. I heard something by Mike Tyson. He said, what was it? He said, discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it. And so it struck out to me, something that, making sure you're there, persistence, perseverance through any bumps on the road. Yeah. So I think what gets me going is for sure discipline and making sure I reach my goals, what I want to do.
You said a word that I always love to go back to, which is consistency. It's literally the backbone of what I like doing. Effort goes a long way. For instance, showing up. For instance, putting that alarm, being on time, making that extra effort not to eat that, piece of cake or something. And that could translate to working out, that could translate to film, that could translate to modeling, whatever the case may be, regardless of whatever the brothers are choosing to do. I have a quote as well. I believe it's by Muhammad Ali. It's like, fly like a butterfly and sting like a bee, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. No, I like that one. I like that one so much because it's true.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. We're a cool guy. But then, once game mode is on, it's on. You know what I mean? We gotta work hard and we gotta do all that. Now, talk to me about your cohort. Talk to me, elaborate about MSI, the beginning and where you are now.
So I started off, I applied to CHRISTOPHER, and then I was reached out for this application for this scholarship. And I turned out, getting it. So I was very proud of that. And I was honored to be in a community where it's achieving the fullness of the potential for men of color. Cohort, we were the first cohort. So Cohort 2017, shout out.
See, that's exactly
2017.
That's exactly what I wanted to talk about because that's like the meat and bone to all of this.
Yeah, so it started off small, I'll tell you that. As to what I see now, it's already been, 5 to 6, this is going to be the 6th year. It's pretty big. A lot of things has been developing. For example, this. We never had this. We never had the moment of brother. What is the club?
Which one?
The
CEPOC?
one Alexis.
Oh, CEPOC?
Yeah.
I hope I got that one right.
I think. Yeah.
The thing is, if anything, we'll just drop it in the description, okay?
Yeah. But
we're not perfect, okay?
Just different things that have, branched out from this. I see the help, the resources, George Parker, Dr. Harris, Tyree, all the new brothers, everything. You know what I mean? It's been helpful. One thing that did stick out to me the most was the retreat, the first retreat. It was in, I believe, Irvine, Irvine, I don't know. It's like some
I was
hill.
like, Big Bear?
I wish.
I don't know either.
But yeah, but it was a cool retreat. It was very memorable. Fun fact is that I had to give up day and night tickets for that weekend.
No.
First concert, freshman year, so excited, and it was that weekend. Mandatory, but I don't regret it.
Yeah, you got the announcements. It says mandatory. Please go.
I don't regret it at all. It was an experience that will forever stay with me. And for sure, there's different retreats that the other new brothers have gone to, and it's definitely takes you out of the whole community and just bond, a brother bond, But it was very interesting. One thing that stuck out to me the most that was discussed in that was accountability. So holding each other accountable. That's a huge thing. I think holding each other accountable is much better than holding yourself accountable, because you can only go so far. But if someone calls you out, then you're kind of like, someone called me out, I don't like it, I'm gonna do something about it, because I don't like it either. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of seeing where I'm wrong. So that type of accountability is for either academically, even mental, physical, anything, whatever it has to do. You see a brother down, you want to help them out. That type of stuff. So, those are things that stuck out to me as, Cohort 2017. I met some of the brothers from 2018, 2019. The newer brothers, unfortunately, I've only met a few. Chris is like, I'm sorry. It's not that I'm too busy. It's just a lot of things. No, it's just, I haven't had the chance to meet. So
no, that's cool. That's cool. I feel like accountability is super important, because since the beginning, since I got here, I'm a transfer student. So for me, that's something that I've learned, being a part of Chicano classes, being a part of different communities such as student government and this and this and this. Is, for me personally, it's not even just for students. It's also for going into higher ed, you know what I mean? With the presidents, with this, with that, staff, you know what I mean? And it's like, it allows you to see that students have an opinion. And this opinion, it needs to be heard, you know what I mean? And I personally do, I feel very empowered, when we have that opportunity to say, hey, this is what's up, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it's kind of like I've said, it's not necessarily about liking everybody. It's just more so about flowing and doing what you got to do, focusing on yourself and making sure that as a collective, we're able to move forward. And that's a beautiful thing, because at the end of the day, I could literally rehearse to you so many songs that I listen to where they give me that mentality where it's kind of like, yeah, you do you. You do you and focus on what you got to do. And most definitely, that's one of the reasons we're here today. After talking with you, it just felt very nice to be able to share that commonality regarding the comm department or the film industry, you know what I mean? And I don't necessarily feel that that's the way to stop. That's not the end game. We have more opportunities, you know what I mean? I mean, outside of that, what would you say is something that you're doing now during the summer that you want to share with the brothers?
I've been reading. So I didn't take any summer classes. I've been working just full time, just saving up, and as well as just reading in my free time. But getting prepared mostly. I am a part-time teacher, so I do have to set up my curriculum for the classes I'm teaching, but as well as making sure everything's aligned as to the classes and new TA position I'm going to be taking, and as well as the research I'm going to be doing. So it's pretty interesting. Dr. Marzaki, shout out to Dr. Marzaki. She is a professor for Math 380. She reached out to me about this opportunity to research and helping actively teaching math professors here at our it's actually NSF funded, so Nationally Science Federal Foundation, funded, about $300,000 of a grant. So it's a very interesting opportunity to help not only our school in helping math professors teach actively, where students aren't lost. But it also is nationally. So there's conferences, different things like that. So I'm just getting prepared for that, doing readings ahead of time before the research. One thing, we were talking about a quote, and I thought you were going to, when you said Muhammad Ali, I thought you were going to say Gandhi. One thing I live by in Gandhi is whatever you do is insignificant. Whatever you do in life is insignificant, but it's very important that you do it. I still live by that quote.
If I'm not mistaken, is that on your Instagram
That
bio?
is on my Instagram bio. Just because it's kind of along the lines with something that another quote that for sure kind of stuck to me is get rich or die trying. Because for me, get rich or die trying is like, doesn't necessarily mean get rich. I mean, for me, get rich in your lifestyle and how you want, or die trying. Because I'd rather try and fail than never try at all.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? So
I feel like I would have my fair share of like quotes as well. I'm gonna share one right now.
might as well let it out.
It's by Michelle Obama. It says, "Lead with hope, never fear." The idea is that sometimes we get caught up in overthinking, maybe like you said, like trying and stuff like that. And that to me is very personal, because a lot of the times it's kind of like we get up in our heads or we feel some type of obstacle or whatever. Like, no, if you really think about it, and I always say this, it's like, we're going to die one day. And realistically, my life is my life. You know what I mean? And I want to be able to do what I want to do. So whether I have a dream, whether I have a vision, whatever the case may be, you know, the world's your oyster at the end of the day, you know? And recently we had a panel. It was me, Brother Alexis, Brother Jaron, and then 2 other guests. And then we had folks from high school come over. And we sat down, and I'll come up with the names and the description at the bottom because I don't remember. At the top of my head, we're not perfect. But let me just say that over and over again. But the idea is that when we were talking, it was very impactful seeing the youth, seeing the high schoolers, you know, sit there. Maybe one of them was a little tired, or maybe they were all listening, whatever the case may be, to be able to show our history, our experience, where we could help them help themselves. You know what I mean? And that kind of like allows me to feel hope. Feel hope because, I mean, you being a teacher and stuff like that, I mean, I'm assuming you provide hope to other students.
Yes, so it's been a learning experience. I'm cinema and television major with a math minor and teaching. So I haven't gone into teaching. I've done tutoring. So last semester was my first semester actually teaching. So it was definitely a huge, great experience, learning experience, teaching experience. You know what I mean? So it kind of taught me how it is to have that influence on others, and as well as providing and supporting and really teaching and just being there for the next generation. You know what I mean? So it's definitely a really, what is it called? An awarding, what is it called? It's an awarding type of experience because you see the results.
I remember of that TikTok. It's rewarding. I hope it's like that. It's like this one that they eat, but I definitely feel you, man. Because it's like you create your own impact. Mm-hmm. When I saw it, I was like looking at them, looking at me, and I was like, whoa, wow. You know, you work towards something and now you're able to help others, you know? And so, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, for me personally, it's always a good feeling to do what you like to do and also help others. You know what I mean? Now that we got the quotes out of the way, now that we know this, now that we know that, let's finalize with Jalisco. That's why I'm wearing this. You know, I want to touch this up real quick because it's about representation. Yeah. What does Jalisco mean to you? Jalisco, Mexico.
Jalisco, Mexico, Guadalajara. My mom's side is from Jalisco. My dad's from Durango. Yeah. But I was raised with my mom's side more. So I've gone out there, Guadalajara, you know, our roots. What part you say you're from, Jalisco?
So, interesting enough, my brother played for Chivas. So, yeah. So we would frequent over there, but my family's from Chihuahua and Mexicali. Yeah, so we're more norteños. Yeah, but
okay.
we're very close to Jalisco in the sense that we would always visit. And
how'd you like it out there?
I liked it. It was fun. It was different. It was more so las tortas ahogadas, los jugos recién hechos, juices freshly made for those of y'all.
Yeah.
And there's so much to it, but it's a beautiful thing to share that connection regarding culture. You know?
Yeah, and most definitely. And, shout out to all the states in Mexico. I explored quite a few: Colima, Durango, Jalisco.
You've been
Baja
around.
California. Just a little bit, not
Just
too
a
much.
little bit.
just a little bit.
Well, let me do mine. Veracruz, Torreon,
See, you've
Mexicali,
been around
Chihuahua,
too much.
Jalisco.
more than me.
Nah, I'm not like that. I'm not built like that.
More
I'm gonna let you shine
more than
because I could. Ooh.
Yeah, I know. I love it out there. It's you get to see the difference. You see the differences to the opportunity we have out here.
Yeah.
So I take advantage of it. You know what I mean? Because
changes your perspective.
Yes, it's an eye opener. You see people, going into their day and jobs putting in the hours, and they still barely have enough for their families.
It's crazy.
It's really crazy. So it's kind of the type of stuff that you appreciate more. You come back and you're, okay, I'm ready to grind. I'm going to do this for my raza. Si se puede. You know what I mean? I'm first generation Mexican American. My mom's from Jalisco, my dad's from Durango, and my mom's a single mother of 5, so I'm the middle child, and I just want to, I have nephews, I have 2 younger brothers, and I want to inspire anyone that I can inspire. Anything that I do, I want to have an impact on. Whether it is that I don't make it, it's not the plan. I do want, my dreams. I'm
It's all
achieve
good.
my dreams.
You achieve your dreams. You have to manifest it. You have to stay.
Exactly.
You have to fail. You have to learn. You have to do everything. This is
Determination.
Yeah,
Determination.
you gotta manifest the heck out of it.
Manifest it like Kanye. You know what I mean? That documentary on Netflix, you guys saw it. That's clear indication of manifestation. Manifestation is not believing you get it.
Manifest it and cleanse yourself of negativity.
Yes.
So that you could achieve your goal. Because, sweetie, no, let me tell you
Hold on,
something.
about that negativity. That negativity, I learned to find the silver lining. Use that negativity and use it for positive energy.
No, yeah, definitely. I know what you mean because
Time to turn it and use it.
What is that one word called? Me and you, when we're trying to look for words, repurpose it.
Okay,
kind of like switch it up a little. Yeah, I know what you mean. Believe me. This book, it got so many pages. I'm like, but with that being said, obviously it's been an honor to be able to have you here, Chris. Thank you for making time. Even though it's summer, best believe the brothers are busy. Best believe they got their own things going on. Best believe that we wish you guys the best, even during summer, even during whatever the occasion is. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, this is your host with the most, Alan Ruelas, and this is, of course,
Chris Quinones, and it's been an honor.
Yeah, likewise, man. This is concluding episode 2, and I hope you guys enjoy, and we'll have episode 3 coming very soon, y'all. Bye.